Hello everybody and welcome to another Farmer Plays Lord of the Rings Online. Today we're going to continue in our volume 2 of the epic quest. We're going to do chapter 9, Weapon of the Elder Days.
There is still hope.
We dare not approach our old camp until we find some way to defeat the creature of the Black Pool at it. I cannot let you pass. A number of dwarves of our expedition are resting at Ekatadunan, just to the west. Speak to Hundi there. He was instrumental in uncovering the cache of weapons of which I spoke. So, we're going to be able to choose what kind of weapons or weapon we get. The other quest he has is chapter 12, which we talked about in the episode we did before this one. But this is a Ekatadunan. I was preparing myself to get a milestone skill, and so I wouldn't have to run back. We'll talk to Hundi. Rothwald is right, my friend. Without a truly magnificent weapon forged in the ways of old, we cannot hope to so much as score a flesh of that ancient creature. But legends of the past sometimes turn up when least expected. My friends and I found a cache of ancient weapon not long after the Iron Garrison came to this place. Select one of these weapons, and may it be that your choice will help us clear the way into Moria of that terrible creature. Take to this tracery to engrave upon your weapon, for I know of one who can help you understand the uses of these ancient relics. So, this is a tracery. I'm a much higher level. I don't need to worry about this. I already got my weapons. You know, all sorts of stuff on here. I haven't finished it completely, but it's the thing I don't really need to worry about it at these levels. But you presumably do. So, go with the aesthetics that fit you. You can see the red letters signal. So there's a little bit of difference. For example, swords have a 4% parry chance, and spears have an 8% chance to apply essentially a bleed. And a warden's mace reduces movement speed, and the axe reduces the armor when you hit people. Critical hit with a dagger, and a hammer has a minus 1% of evade chance for the enemy. I don't know what the meta is. I don't play by the rules of the meta. You might want to consider it, though in the lower levels you don't need to worry about this at all. So that's why I said in the beginning, choose your aesthetics. And as much as I am a hammer and an axe guy, and even sometimes a mace guy, I'm playing a warden, you know, and that is spear and javelin. So I think the other one is always going to be a javelin, but you can choose to have a spear or sword and axe and all of those things. So that's what I suggest. You will get, I think you get the javelin later, maybe later in this quest line. I'm gonna take the spear and I'm going to finish now. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So it is here. Okay. I could have gotten something different than the spear, but I think it's fine. I'm not planning on changing. Might have been nice to own an axe actually. Well, it's too late. Another thing. I don't have it. Okay. The other thing will have to wait. I can explain it to you later. Weapons of this make may have a long and storied history at it. Its tail grows ever with the felling of evil foes. The more servants of evil this weapon cuts down, the more deadly it becomes. Only a skillful few can read the tale of a weapon from its craftsmanship. I refer you to one who can further aid you, the elf Dithalion by the forges in Rivendell. He is wise and learned in many things, including the study of ancient weapons. If Dithalion cannot help you, he will surely know another who can descry the lineage and power in a weapon of this artistry. So, I would follow the rules that are implied here by the red letters. Do not reforge your new weapon until you are instructed to do so by Dithalion. I think you can. I don't know the reason for this is up here, but like, I have no consequences of whatever here. You might. So let's just remember that. So we're going to I forgot, Rivendell. So we use our muster in this little place to the side. There is a whole crafting area, and we can talk to the elf with only knowledge.
Grey is the shadow upon my heart.
So, all the red lines are important. Check them when you're doing this. If you are just listening to me talk, hi, thank you for listening. You don't need to worry about the red letters, obviously. You have come a long way to be here, Edith. What business could bring a valiant warden such as yourself here to the forges of Rivendell? Dithalion looks at the weapon and grows still, his eyes wide in wonderment. This is a relic of the elder days, my friend. Such a weapon has an unmatched potential to grow in power, its story, its legend growing with your own. So I'm going to read the red part of this now. Legendary items can be enhanced in a number of ways as you adventure in Middle-earth. Their base stats can increase along with yours as you level. They can be slotted with a wide assortment of traceries. These traceries can be further enhanced by runes. Okay, so we're going to click continue to quest. I'm going to drag the legendary weapon into this frame, and this pops up. You can get this a little bit bigger, but essentially you can have a different heraldry with different stats. You can have these be different, and it depends on how you're playing. Like, I am trying to get as much damage as possible because I am mainly doing DPS. If I was tanking, I think all of this would be different. All of it. I'm positive. Positively positive. And so, yes, so they were talking about traceries, and you can enhance them by runes. Wait a minute, no, less one. Yeah, these are enhancement runes, and you can do something like this, and then you have a +1. The others are a +2, 3, and 4. I don't know which type I have. I say yes. I can select how many, and the maximum is the maximum here. So the difference between 449 and 429 is 20, and if we want to take all of it, you can see I have 160. I press OK. I have 140, and it's full. Now, this is a +2, so it would have used 10 instead of 20, and this is +3, so it would have used 6, 7, because you can actually use use the 7th and only use the 2. And when this number increases at the point when I level, you won't get that plus back. So the last +3, the 7th +3 is actually just a +2. So you need to like pay attention then to that. You can lose these things. This isn't something that you need to worry about yet, but you will accumulate these, and you can buy these when you get some sort of traceries. And the ones you don't like can be disenchanted. It says here down, disenchants into 40 ancient scripts, and they need to be a certain level to. So some give you 10, some give you 20, and then 30 and 40. I think some give you 50. Depends on the quality that you get. Now, sorry, I ran away. I was busy talking. Now let's talk to Dithalion again, and we can continue.
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
I see that you have been given some traceries. You should apply one of them to your weapon and further customize its abilities. Once you have done so, speak to me again. And I will read the red letters now. There are varieties of traceries that can be added to your legendary item. Among them are heraldries, words of power, words of mastery, and words of craft. They are slotted onto your items much the same way as essences. Right.
Graze the shadow upon my heart.
Good choice, Edith. Inscribing traceries onto your weapon will enhance your skill and often help turn the tide of battle. I think it automatically finished the quest because I have it already. But what you need to do is something that I showed you earlier, very similar to it. You take your weapon, you move it here, and I think I have some. This is spear, shield, gambit, something. You drag it, these things kind of glitter, you press it, and I don't think I want to do this. I haven't checked. If you want to do something like this, you click yes. I haven't given it any thought to what I wanted to be doing with it, so I'm just going to say no for the time being. But this is how you would do it, and then you get here. Kind of sketchy because, yeah, I already have the legendary weapon. Anyway, how much did I read of this? We'll go through the whole of it. Good choice, Edit. Inscribing traceries onto your weapon will enhance your skills and will often help turn the tide of battle. This weapon is still not strong enough to defeat the Watcher in the water, friend Warden, but it might become so. I will tell you how this may come to pass. So, choose a heraldry of your choice. It depends on your class and what you want your class to do. So, I want agility. But, so you see here, heraldry of the sparrow. It has 18 agility, 13 vitality, and 88 physical mastery rating. Now, the serpent has way more agility, less vitality, and more physical mastery. And then we have to go here and check what physical mastery does. Physical mastery increases melee damage and ranged damage dealt by you. So it makes sense that the serpent has a higher physical mastery rating, because the heraldry of the sparrow is mainly focusing on, as you say here, heraldry, defensive ability. So this is something a warden such as myself would consider using if I wanted to be a tank. So we click this one. This is the one we would want. This is something the healer would choose, and this is something who uses might vitality? And oh yes, captains might use that. Maybe Beornings as well. I'm not into those. Like yeah, they've never like really caught my attention. I'm a room keeper and a warden type of guy. Yes. And the same goes like for the Heraldry of the Ox and probably the Lion. So yeah, you can see the same trend. There's more might than vitality, but there's still physical mastery because this is focused on damage. But the Ox is less might, more vitality, and doesn't use physical mastery as much because you don't need as much damage when you have more health because you can take more, so you have more time to deal out what you need to do to defeat the creature. Anyway, let's continue. He was going to tell me how... okay, well, I don't know why this happened. I'm gonna go online. Lotro, Volume 2, Book 1, Chapter... I think we were finishing Chapter 10. Weapon of the Elder Gates, Forgotten Lineage. So, yes. Okay, so we finished chapter 10 there. Go into quest chain, forged anew, walk through and notes. Snaur stands besides the Thalion, reforging. Okay, what happens if I talk to you? Why does it cost so much to reforge it? But I don't have the quest. There are no quests. I am a bit stuck, guys. Okay. So, whatever happened, which I don't know why I'm not getting this quest. Maybe because I need to reforge it, but that cost like 15 gold. I have this gold on a different character, it's fine. Can do it. We don't really need to, because we've gone through all of the things, but this is the thing. You're probably going to get the quest. It's going to ask you to reforge it, you talk to this guy, or this girl. You click reforge, it's not going to cost 15 gold for you. And what this does, it unlocks new tracery slots. So you can put more on, so you can have more than one, and then more than two, and more than three, and all those things. You can put the heraldry on, and all of these things. So, how you get a better weapon. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to read the quest text to you from the Lotro Wiki. This ancient weapon can be reforged at the hands of Forge Master, allowing its power to increase to match the skill of its wielder. Once reforged, it may possess the strength to face the creature that lurks within the black pool. Edit: you should bring it to a Forge Master for reforging, and mayhap your newly refurbished blade will at last best the flesh of the cruel watcher. Take this weapon to Snaur. It says Snaur, so probably for the purposes of the quest, you need to talk to him. and he shall reforge it anew, and then perhaps we shall see its true potential. Now there's a red letters here, and they say, as your character level increases, your weapon may be brought to a forge master to be reforged. Reforging your weapon increases its power and may unlock additional treasury slots. So, I think it is every 5 levels after you hit 52. So, anyway, at the later levels, I know it's generally like, from what I remember recently doing, so it's 82, 87, 92, and then presumably 97. I'm 94 at the moment, so we have that. I also have another warden at level 115. Like, that guy has been leveled legitimately. This guy is, you know, bought and paid for. He's bought and paid for. He's like, I need a good word, like a shill? No, that's not right. If you know a good word to describe this, you might comment or something. Anyway, now we're technically talking to Snáur, and he says that is quite a weapon you have found. If you wish to reforge it and increase its potential, speak to me again and I will see what is done. But know this, friend, the true strength of the weapon will come from the one who wields it. I believe you now have what you need to best the foe that stand arrayed against you. Right. And then we talk to Dithalion again. Now you understand your weapon's potential. Yes, it can now bear heraldry. You must return to Hollin at once and show Rathwald, the dwarf at the Crumbling Arch near the company's Crumbling Arch near Ekad Dunan, that you wield a great weapon. Surely it will give the dwarves of this company newfound hope. Go at once, friend. I deem that weapon can come forth from the very fibers of legends for this purpose. Okay, and what we are going to do, and now I kind of regret not putting my I screwed up. I screwed up so much. I have to run the whole way there. Revel in my misery. This is the only thing I have at the moment. Anyway.
Megovanen.
Apparently. Oh wait. Wait. Let's try it. I think it's the correct place. Please be the right place. Yes! Yes! Oh. I was so sad for like a split second. Oof. Now, we are running to Rathwald. The problem is... Well, not a problem, I can read it.
The lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
So we're not at chapter 12 yet, we're technically still finishing chapter 11. So Dithalion asked us to go to Rathwald and... Excuse me. I'm trying to understand. So, if I read the whole thing, but it's the objective. So, Rathwald is the crumbling arch near the camp of Ekad Dunan and Region. Your weapon has become powerful indeed, perhaps powerful enough to use in the battle with the Watcher before the doors of Durin. Okay. And Dithalion says, go to the camp in Ekad Dunan and want to speak to Rathwald. You must go see your weapon you now wield and the power it may have against the creature of the Black Pool. You come up to Rathwald, you say, welcome back at it. Did that weapon of the elder days prove worthwhile or was it a fruitless case? And then it says, Rathwald's eyes widen in surprise. This weapon has become even more powerful in your hands. Surely now we have the strength to stand against the horror in that fetid pool. And that brings us to this quest. This weapon may be what we need to drive off the Watcher and the water at it, and allow the dwarves to enter Moria. Speak to me when you are ready, and I will bring you to Bosi and Brower. They will be pleased to see that there is hope again, at last. Then we have something to wear. This is the most expensive, so we'll take that. Talk to him again.
I hope you know what you're doing, friend.
Are you ready? I will bring you to Bosi so that he may be heartened by the mighty weapon that has returned from the depths of time. This may be the advantage we need to wreak the vengeance upon the Watcher in the water for the death of Broin and the other lives it claimed that day.
Dire is the creature called the Watcher in the water by the dwarves, an ancient evil called forth by the Dark Lord. Perhaps through the power of legend, a way can be seen past the terror.
I think we found maybe the first time in this game where I vehemently disagree. I don't think the Watcher in the lake was brought forth by the Dark Lord. It's okay to say this. We don't need to be in lockstep with, you know, the theories in the dark web about these things. Though I am quite sure the Watcher in the lake is definitely not a creature that the Dark Lord controls at any point. I think there's a guy on YouTube called Tolkien Untangled. I think I heard the best explanation on it from him on his YouTube channel. So he's great, just great. Now let's start the instance of the Watcher in the water. The foul creature that watches from within the depths of the pool will feel the sharp bite of your weapon and be afraid. Stride forth and teach it a lesson it will be long in forgetting. It is not just for the sake of Khazad-dûm, but for the memory of Broin, taken by that fell creature. My nephew deserved a better fate than to die in that thing's grasp. When you have driven off or slain the creature, we will be unopposed, and may walk into Moria unhindered. One of my dwarves is gonna head to scout for the beast. Look for him and be watchful. Good fortunes, Erid. I trust in the sharp bite of your weapon. So now we go forth and talk to the scout.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
There are ripples in the water, but I do not see the beast. Be on your guard, for it may attack without warning, as unlucky Broin learned at his peril. The beast returns. Look out! Oh, the scout's gone. But this time, I'm quite sure that we can do something. The battle goes for us. Just pressing shift now. Attack, says the Iron Garrison Guard. Cousin, what are you doing here, says Bosi. And Broer, no longer will I cow to my grief at it. Nay, I will avenge my son in battle, and woe to this creature that took him from me. So now we have to protect Broer. Show yourself, monster. Do you think it's gone? For Broin, for my son. My thirst for vengeance will never be satisfied. There are too many. Wait a minute. You four, please. There you go. That was for Broin. The creature withdraws. No, come back. My vengeance is not satisfied. Broer is like he's going to be a dude. He's going to be like, no, let the axe talk. And Bosi is going to be like, no, we have to use some diplomat. Well, I don't think he's going to be that diplomatic, but you know, he's going to be the diplomatic of the two. We have done it, Edith. We have driven the Watcher from the doors of Durin, and now the dwarves of our expedition may pass into the mines of Moria. The weapons we have found have proven the difference, friend. Yes, my dwarves have equipped themselves from the same cast, and the creature has learned to fear the sharp bite of the Iron Garrison. You have avenged my nephew Browen as well, and all of the dwarves who have been lost to this creature. It retreats now through dark passages. May its writhing, reeking arms never trouble us again. Boy, that's a sentence. Done with Bosi, let's talk to Bror. I cannot thank you enough for this, Edith. Not only have you driven off the beast that kept us out of Moria, but you have avenged my son as well. I will never forget your great service to me, and I will always be in your debt and at your service. Browen often spoke of combat and great heroics. He would have marveled at your battle with the fierce Watcher. We must return now to tell the rest of the expedition what you have accomplished, and that we may now pass into the mines of Moria.
Perhaps there is still hope.
The rest of the dwarves have entered Moria in search of fortune, Edith, and we have you to thank for it.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
Tulk is waiting to speak with you just inside the doors of Durin. You remember him, do you not? He is pleased that you've proven such a boon to the expedition and will be delighted to speak with you again. So right here, you can get the second legendary item, and it is as simple as being like, if you're a Björning, you get a carving. If you're a brawler, you get a stein. Champion, you get a rune. Guardian, you get a belt. A rune keeper, it's a rune satchel, and a warden gets a javelin. That's just what wardens get, and that's why I keep with the spear.
And so it was that the Iron Garrison passed the doors of Durin and entered the dark of Moria. But they were not the first to brave the mines, nor will they be the last.
I was not ready for that cinematic to appear. I thought it was like a trailer and all of those things. We've been teleported right in front of the doors of Durin. But I wanted to say that's why I go with the spear, because it fits with the javelin. In my humble estimation. So we have a new title. Seeker of the deep places, you have proven yourself before the doors of Durin. I think, so we have been wearing the title Bearer of Hope, because maybe we should wear it a little bit longer. No, we're going in the mines. This one actually is quite nice. At every turn, you ensure that the Daurans can make no false claim upon the work of their honorable brethren. Well, that implies Dour hands. Seeker of the deep places. Yeah. We have active right now the Bearer of Hope, because we completed the part 2 of the first volume. Part 2 of the first volume of the Shadows of Angmar. So we finished that, and we haven't worn it for too long, so maybe we should wear it longer. But I'm quite happy to be called the Seeker of the Deep Places. No, we'll use it. We'll definitely use it. Who's ready to enter Moria? I am. I so am. Oh yeah. When you enter Moria for the first time, you get a deed, which is follow in the footsteps of the Fellowship. So you have to find Durin's thresholds, that's where they entered. Chamber of the Crossroads, the 21st Hall, the Chamber of Mazrugul, the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, the West Arts, and the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, the East Arts. And we have to find the first hall. All of which is what we will do. Let's go and talk to Tulk.
Khazad-dûm awaits!
Eret, hello. Here we are, inside Khazad-dûm at last. There is a great deal to be done at the several camps we are establishing here, and you can help us to succeed at the mighty task before us. Bosi asked me to reward you for your leadership before the doors. Take this with his thanks and those of the entire Iron Garrison. So, you only have one choice. Take it and accept. Now, there you can see we have book 2. That's something we're going to do in the next one. We will be entering the Dolven View and the Deep Descent right here. So we're probably going to be moving quite fast. As you can see, the first two, the forward and book 1 was like level 50. Now we're at level 53, and so we're going to be moving quite fast through the places, I believe. But don't let that deter you. The mines have a lot of stuff for you to do. And so I encourage you to check them out. Let's go and talk to the stable master.
The House of Durin will live forever!
Wrathwolf is in here. And yes, let's click on the milestone, bind that, and yeah, I'll thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.